All right, folks, so here's the scoop. MSNBC, one of those networks that's like far removed from real America, just axed Joy Reid's show. This isn't just another TV host being shown the door. It's like a major moment, right? Joy Reid, with her overpowering, divisive narratives, half-baked truths, and honestly, a whole lot of chaos, is finally off the air.
In 2020, Reid mocked police officers who declined to get the COVID-19 vaccine.
So for putting Americans in danger, officers and unions who are fighting against vaccine mandates, which essentially means fighting to make the public sick, are tonight's absolute worst.
In 2022, she compared Floridians fleeing the Sunshine State in the wake of Hurricane Ian to waves of illegal immigrants crossing the U.S. border.
Be careful about attacking people who have to move to save their own lives and safety, because you never know when it's your people that have to move, when it's your people who have to migrate, when it's your people who have to get on that road.
And in 2024, claimed that Republicans were voting based on, quote, racial animus.
They're increasingly, from the Tea Party on, they're voting on race. They're voting on this idea of an invasion of brown people over the border. The idea that they can't get whatever job they want. A black person got it, therefore drive all the blacks out of the colleges.
In the lead up to Donald Trump's second term in the White House, Reid condemned the white Christians who supported him in the Iowa caucuses, claiming they want non-whites to bow down to them.
None of that matters when you believe that God has given you this country, that it is yours, and that everyone who is not a white conservative Christian is a fraudulent American.
For too long, we've had to listen to her wild claims and baseless narratives that played with facts and stirred up unnecessary tension. I mean, doesn't it just kind of feel like a refreshing change? Tell you what, guys, if you're thrilled about this development and want more updates like these, then hit that subscribe button, okay? It really keeps me going, because I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of February. So let's make it happen. See you in the next segment. So let's dive deeper into Joy Reid's controversial legacy, because honestly, there's a lot to unpack here. Over the years, Reid has never shied away from making, what can we call them? Shall we say provocative comments that have left almost everyone scratching their heads or boiling with rage. It all kind of began with some of her most infamous statements, one being her relentless criticism of police officers. You might remember back in 2020, during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, she mocked those officers who refused to get the vaccine. She called them out pretty aggressively, labeling them as putting public health in danger. I mean, seriously, how can anyone, especially a public figure, a television host no less, make such sweeping accusations and think it's okay? Moving on from one controversy to another, there was Hurricane Ian in 2022, another huge moment that showcased her polarizing nature. Reid equated Floridians fleeing from a devastating natural disaster to illegal immigrants crossing the U.S. border. Does that make sense to anybody? So, all right, not only did she rile up the people of Florida when they were already going through like one of the toughest times, but she also made light of the challenging issue of immigration, a topic that definitely shouldn't be trivialized like that. Oh, and let's not forget about her bold claims in 2024. Reid accused the Republicans, huge accusation, right, of voting based on racial animus. She painted this picture of racism driving political decisions, implying that Republicans were somehow haunted by the idea of an invasion of, let's say, non-Caucasian individuals. It was like, what's she even talking about? This kind of, baseless rhetoric fuels division rather than encouraging any understanding or dialogue. The tension doesn't stop there, folks. During the Iowa caucuses, Reid condemned white Christians who supported Donald Trump, suggesting they wanted everyone but themselves to bow down. It's astonishing that someone could be so bold in their generalizations, yet Reid seemed sort of unfazed by the controversies she stirred. Let's consider her interactions with fellow journalists, where her approach only added fuel to the fire of her contentious legacy. I mean, imagine some of her colleagues who have seen this industry with a more balanced perspective must have had some strong reactions, positive or negative, but it surely impacted MSNBC as they grappled with how to handle such a polarizing figure. After years of stirring up like nearly continuous outrage with these statements, what did MSNBC decide to do? They canceled her show, a move that might have come late for some, but seemed inevitable given her unchecked divisiveness. It does make you wonder, though, right? How did Reid continue as long as she did? Why did these narratives, no matter how contentious, find a platform? It's like the longer game that the Democrats are playing, possibly. So, At the end of the day, Reid's departure marks a significant, perhaps even monumental moment when a voice like hers is finally muted, leaving behind a record fraught with controversy and divisiveness rather than unity or productive dialogue. And with this kind of legacy, we're left to question not just her place within MSNBC, but the broader media landscape as it grapples with balancing free speech and responsibility. Can someone really make such unfounded claims without any repercussions? Should networks like MSNBC continue hiring such polarizing figures, knowing the potential consequences? The larger media universe needs to reflect on this kind of programming. It's actually fascinating, don't you think? So, what do you guys think about all this? Have you been following Joy Reid's career over the years? Or did some of these shocking moments catch you by surprise? Really, guys, leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think about her contentious role and what this says about the media environment today. Let's chat about it. And as always, thanks for watching.